You know, there are people who skip parts of books. My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. There are definitely people who skip all kinds of parts of the books. Most commonly, I think, is prologues, prefaces, and forewords. People will skip over those more often. Now, I think in the audiobook world, we are probably seeing people not skipping those because it's just like physically harder to sit there and like skip over or like drag to get to your next section of the book or whatever. Like, there's a little bit of like a barrier to this. But yeah, people will skip over whatever like the front material is on a book a lot. Next most common thing that people skip over are like your glossaries and character portraits and the things that you do to like give context to the way that people are supposed to read the book. They don't want to be told how to read the book, they just want to read the book. Less common is an epilogue or like an author's note at the end. People will skip those less often. Usually, if they have made it all the way to the end of the book, they are more invested, and so they are more likely to like stick around for like an end credits scene type of thing. But yeah, people will skip those too. There are people who get to the end of the climax of the book and see that there is like 10% of it left to help settle into the new normal or set up book two or whatever, and they'll just stop. They'll just stop. They'll be like, well, I found out that the hero wins. I'm good. I'm done. And they just stop reading. But some of the most common things that are skipped in books is all of the ephemera that you add into the middle. So these are song lyrics, journal entries, scripture from your fictional world, scripture prophecies, like people that are not real, but they prophesied about the stuff, the people that are not real within your world. If you've, especially if you've got them like pasted at the top of the chapter, like I said, journal entries, poetry, anything that you have written that is not a novel or that is not prose in the same way, people will skip over that. If you paste in like big letters that are written from one character to another, if your character like opens up a note and you like write the note in a different font, people will skip over that. I've talked to readers that skip over big fight scenes. They skip over love scenes because they're like, yeah, oh, yeah, okay, though they fight, oh, he wins, great. And so they just move on because they just sort of want like the gist of the plot. They don't care about all of the pieces in between. And most infuriatingly, I have talked to romance readers who will skip everything except the dialogue and the doing it. They skip over literally everything else, so they don't know where this takes place, when this takes place, anything about this character other than the banter and the sex. That's literally all they're reading for. Which is why some category genre romances are very, very short because they know their audience.